Hey guys, I'm Jared, and today we're talking about what's new in board gaming as of September 8th, 2023. I'll be covering the latest news, announcements, most played games, hot new Kickstarters and crowdfunded games, and more related to board gaming for the past 2 or 3 weeks. At the end, I'll also be sharing what's going on behind the scenes with my YouTube channel, Meeple Mentor. So stick around, we've got a lot to cover. Leave me a like and comment on what kinds of updates that you want to hear more about. To make sure that you don't miss my news updates, new video tutorials, and our podcast episodes, be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your preferred streaming platform. Let's get started with some crowdfunding. Embark on a fungal adventure with Mycelia, the strategic mushroom game, a captivating tabletop gaming experience set in Worthing, UK. In this unique competition, gather your fellow players and strategically vie for space and resources to establish your very own mushroom kingdom. Dive into this Kickstarter campaign to support the project before its October 8th deadline and secure your spot in the Mushroom Kingdoms expansion. Immerse yourself in an epic sci-fi adventure with Rogue Angels, a cooperative tabletop game set in Fredericia, Denmark. Gather your squad for a 1 to 4 player driven journey filled with multiple paths, evolving characters, and intertwined stories. Join the Kickstarter campaign before October 1st to help fund this immersive gaming experience and secure your place in the universe of Rogue Angels. Get ready for a blast from the past with Worms, the board game, a hilarious tabletop adventure in Nottingham, UK. Gather your friends for classic Worms gameplay on your table, complete with iconic weapons, sneaky tactics, and all-out multiplayer mayhem. Wriggle into the Kickstarter campaign before it squirms away on September 15th. Are you ready for more planetary transformation and more terraforming Mars? This tabletop game campaign offers exciting expansions like Prelude 2, milestones and awards, the Automa solo experience, neoprene game boards, and seasonal promos. Don't miss your chance to contribute before the September 22nd deadline and be part of the cosmic journey to enhance the Terraforming Mars experience. Explore the immersive realm of Battle Crest Year 2, a tactical skirmish game featuring 18 cards and new heroes set in the vibrant city of Metron. With exciting abilities like Sacrifice, Hurdle, and Heal, as well as a fresh map, this standalone and expandable game guarantees hours of strategic enjoyment. Secure your copy on Kickstarter before the campaign concludes on September 16th. It's for 1 to 4 players with expansions. Discover an endlessly replayable railroad strategy game in Railways of the Lost Atlas. Designed for 2 to 4 players, this engaging adventure is suitable for ages 14 and up and offers a dynamic playtime experience. Join Asterisk Games on their Kickstarter campaign before it concludes on September 28th and become part of this exciting journey. Embark on a journey with Barrage New Lands, a tabletop game set in Milan, Italy, designed for 2 players. This immersive gaming experience is perfect for players of all ages. Don't miss your chance to support the project on Kickstarter before it ends September 28th. In Tycoon India 1981, the board game, you'll step into the shoes of industrialists shaping post-colonial India's destiny. Compete strategically to become the nation's next tycoon. Join the campaign on Kickstarter before it ends September 28th. It's for 1 to 4 players ages 14 and up and plays in 90 to 180 minutes. Galaxy Postman, a space adventure, sees players embark on an interstellar delivery journey. With 2 to 4 players, you'll race against time to deliver packages while avoiding curious aliens. Back this Kickstarter before it concludes September 11th for some out-of-this-world fun. Rule the Waves Britannia offers a thrilling naval adventure. This 1 to 2 player game lets you take command of a British warship during the Age of Sail. Get ready to navigate the high seas and back this exciting project on Kickstarter before it sets sail on September 12th. Dark Domains 2nd Edition invites you to an immersive, competitive worker placement game for 2 to 5 players, seamlessly blending classic Euro mechanics with a captivating dark fantasy theme. Join this epic quest on Kickstarter and ensure its success by pledging before September 23rd. Get ready to take on the ultimate challenge in 4 Horsemen, an apocalyptic co-op game for 1 to 4 legendary heroes ages 14 and up. Join forces with friends or go solo to thwart evil, upgrade your deck, and manage resources in this heart-pounding adventure. Rush to back this epic game on Kickstarter before it rides off into the sunset on September 18th. Moving over to GameFound, prepare for an epic mythological showdown in Hybris Disordered Cosmos Rivalry, a 1 to 4 player game with a quick 30-minute playtime suitable for ages 14 and up. Immerse yourself in this captivating blend of competition and cooperation, featuring resource management, worker placement, and asymmetric gameplay. Join the campaign on GameFound with just 5 days left to unlock thrilling stretch goals and secure your copy. Join the whimsical world of Gold Nugget, a 2 to 5 player adventure game for ages 10 and up. Raid the Raven's Nest in this bluffing and deduction game with bag building and open world exploration. Support this project on GameFound and experience Forest Fun. The campaign ends on October 11th. Explore the Wilderness, a thrilling 1 to 6 player cooperative adventure game, is set in a post-apocalyptic world reclaimed by nature. Fight against a giant beast, evade packs of wolves, and create a sanctuary in the midst of chaos. Immerse yourself in bag-building gameplay and embark on an epic journey. Back the Wilderness now on GameFound, with a campaign ending September 14th. Join the enigmatic world of the strange forgeries of Mr. S.C. Reber, a unique drawing game that challenges you to deduce the secret rules behind peculiar art forgeries. Dive into this surreal, logic-based adventure with 3 to 7 players, where dark and twisted characters come to life. Uncover the mysteries and back the campaign on GameFound before October 9th. Venture into the far reaches of space with Astra Vestiges of Deep Space, a unique 1v1 card game where you command a starship and strive to secure cosmic treasures while outwitting your opponent. Designed with a captivating blend of strategy and interactive gameplay, Astra is a compact and travel-friendly card game. Back the campaign on GameFound to join the interstellar battle with 16 days left until September 25th. Step into the eerie world of H.P. Lovecraft with Tomes of Arkham, a card game that challenges you to amass the most valuable collection of forbidden tomes. Delve into the darkness and seek eldritch knowledge with 2 to 4 players ages 14 and up for around an hour of a game session. It's funding until October 11th on GameFound. Finally, in crowdfunding, we have a triple threat on BackerKit. Embark on a journey into the world of Latin American game design with 3 captivating board games. Abduct cows as an alien empire in Cosmic Cow Collectors. Delve into the intricate pathways of memory in Neuro Riders, and craft the most beautiful family altar for the Day of the Dead in Pátzcuaro. Backers have until September 15th to back these unique games. Getting into the industry news, Asmodee, the tabletop game company under Embracer Group, reported a remarkable 20% growth in sales during fiscal Q1, with organic growth at 9%. However, despite increased sales, their adjusted EBIT saw a significant drop over 50%, mainly due to declining margins and rising expenses linked to inflation and staffing. On the other hand, Embracer Group itself witnessed a 47% increase in sales, reaching $961.4 million, but also recently faced layoffs and restructuring efforts. 2 major fall game conventions, Spiel Essen and New York Toy Fair, are already seeing impressive numbers. New York Toy Fair, the first since 2020, is expecting a 7% increase in attendance over the 2020 event, while Spiel Essen is set to have a record-breaking exhibit space with 850 exhibitors covering 32,400 square meters across 6 halls. These developments indicate a strong return to in-person gaming events in the industry. Flat River Group has reduced the suggested retail prices, or SRP, on several games from various studios they distribute. This price reduction is in response to the decreasing costs of producing and transporting goods as they move away from the pandemic-induced highs. The studios affected by these price changes include Ankama, Greater Than Games, Horrible Guild, Yellow, and Sit Down. The reductions in SRP range from approximately 15% to 43%. Next, let's look at newly announced games and expansions coming to retail. Funko Games is set to spook tabletop gamers with Five Nights at Freddy's Fight Line, a new collectible horror game arriving as a GameStop exclusive on October 1st. It's designed for 2 players aged 6 and up and offers a premiere set and character pack that allows you to build teams and engage in head-to-head battles using iconic characters from the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. Coming in May, Dynamite Entertainment's Fire and Ice Miniatures Adventure game offers both board and role-playing game experiences with battles using miniatures, cards, and dice. Designed for 2 or more players aged 13 and up, it features a core set with miniatures, cards, dice, tokens, and game boards, allowing for competitive skirmishes and storytelling adventures. Get ready for a spooky showdown in Harrow County, the game of Gothic conflict, hitting stores in November this year. It's eerie territory control for 1 to 3 players ages 12 and up and plays in 45 to 120 minutes. Prepare for a chilling cooperative adventure with the House of a Thousand Corpses board game, a macabre collaboration between Trick or Treat Studios and Rob Zombie. It's a race against time as players work together to fill their blood meter by capturing or killing victims before the cops arrive, with the risk of losing if too many escape. This wickedly thrilling game is designed for 2 to 4 players ages 17 and up and plays in 60 minutes. Van Ryder Games is preparing to launch Garden Guests, an abstract strategy game designed by Stephen Glenn, where players aim to connect paths on the board using flowers and bug-themed elements. This mental battle, suitable for 2 to 6 players aged 8 and up, offers a quick playtime of 30 to 40 minutes and is expected to arrive in the US market in early November. Additionally, the highly popular Final Girl series is gearing up for its Series 3 Kickstarter campaign, set to run from September 19th to October 13th, promising exciting surprises for fans. Board and Dice is set to release Nucleum, a heavyweight Euro game designed by David Turksey and Simone Luciani, in November 2023. In Nucleum, players step into the atomic age, taking on the roles of industrialists in Saxony who harness the power of nuclear energy. They compete to build networks, urban buildings, secure contracts, and achieve milestones to earn victory points and claim victory. With gameplay for 1 to 4 players aged 14 and up, Nucleum offers a 60 to 150 minute gaming experience, making it an intriguing addition to the world of board games. Arcane Wonders recently revealed 3 exciting board games set for release in late this year. First up, World Wonders invites players to compete in constructing an ancient city, managing resources, and striving to create impressive monuments. It accommodates 1 to 5 players aged 12 and up, with a typical game lasting about an hour. Next, Neotopia challenges players to build ecologically responsible cities of the future. In this semi-cooperative game, participants must strike a delicate balance between city regions while leveraging each other's constructions to advance their scores. It's designed for 2 to 4 players aged 8 and up and offers a playtime of under an hour. Lastly, Age of Wonders Planetfall, based on the popular video game, places players in control of factions from the fallen Star Union. They embark on a quest to rebuild civilization, explore 7 different worlds, recover vital resources, battle hostile forces, and claim crucial landmarks. This game caters to 2 to 6 players aged 12 and up, with gameplay lasting approximately half an hour. Keymaster Games is set to release Chicken on September 6th, a push-your-luck dice game designed by Scott Alms, known for Tiny Epic Galaxies and Warp's Edge. In Chicken, players roll dice to hatch chickens and score points while avoiding foxes that can nullify their score. The game is designed for 2 to 8 players ages 10 and up and offers a quick 15-minute gameplay experience. Phalanx Games is launching Coalitions, a series of games centered around diplomacy and warfare during the Revolutionary and Napoleonic periods. Available exclusively through GTS distribution starting in October, Coalitions lets players compete for control of Europe by taking charge of one of 6 major powers and using famous generals, armies, and battle cards to expand their empires. The game features a rotating wheel of war, and players aim to accumulate enough influence to secure victory. It's designed for 1 to 6 players ages 14 and up. Greater Than Games is set to release Perfect Match, a card game where players manage a cat cafe and aim to collect sets of cats to populate their business. The first player to acquire 2 of each cat type wins the game. Perfect Match is designed for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, with a gameplay time of 20 to 30 minutes, and will be available in retail stores on September 15th. Capstone Games has unveiled Match of the Century, a new chess-themed board game by Paolo Mori. This game simulates the final match of the 1972 World Chess Championship between Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky in Reykjavik, Iceland. Players engage in a series of games replicating a real chess championship match, with each game lasting a few short turns and played using 2 asymmetric decks of cards, 1 for each player. Match of the Century is designed for 2 players and takes 30 to 45 minutes to play. Ares Games is releasing Pyramid Dice, a card and dice game by Luigi Farini in US retail stores in December 2023. In the game, players act as ancient Egyptian architects, competing to construct the pharaoh's tomb while thwarting opponents' tactics and seeking divine help from the gods. Pyramid Dice caters to 1 to 4 players ages 12 and up, with games typically lasting 30 to 60 minutes. Roxley Games is set to release Dice Throne Santa vs. Krampus, a Christmas-themed dice game in fall. Players take on the roles of Santa and Krampus in a fast-paced game of strategic card play and dice manipulation, battling to see who can claim the throne. The game accommodates 2 to 6 players ages 8 and up, with playtimes of 20 to 40 minutes. Ravensburger has released Labyrinth Disney 100th Anniversary, a family strategic game featuring classic and new Disney characters navigating a maze to celebrate Disney's centenary. The game is designed for 2 to 4 players, ages 7 and up, with playtimes of 20 to 30 minutes. North Star Game Studio is set to release Ayla and Something Shiny, a story-driven board game where players take on the role of Ayla, an adventurous rabbit solving puzzles, managing resources, and overcoming challenges in a 5-chapter story. The game, designed for 1 or more players aged 12 and up, offers stunning artwork and illustrated comics and retails for $64.99 with a fall 2023 release date. Lookout Games is set to release Tipperary, a family board game where players build their perfect idea of an Irish county with landscape tiles, collecting sheep, castles, and whiskey for victory points. The game is for 2 to 5 players aged 8 and up, plays in 45 minutes, and will be available in US retail via Asmodee on September 29th. Renegade Games has made Scholars of the South Tigris, a standalone game within the South Tigris trilogy by Garphill Games, available for pre-order. Set during the Abbasid Caliphate, the game challenges players to acquire scientific manuscripts, increase influence in the House of Wisdom, and translate scrolls into Arabic. It accommodates 1 to 4 players ages 14 and up with a playtime of 60 to 90 minutes with an expected release date of November 2023. 25th Century Games is set to release Junk Drawer, a tile placement game in retail on September 6th. In the game, players must organize a junk drawer by arranging various shaped items into its 4 sections, each with organizational goals. Scoring is based on the organization of each section, and the player with the most points wins. Junk Drawer is designed for 1 to 4 players ages 8 and up with a playtime of 15 to 25 minutes. R&R Games has unveiled 2 new games for release into retail. The first is Secret Identity, a party game where players attempt to guess the identities of opponents while giving clues to their own characters using double-sided Picto cards. It's designed for 3 to 8 players, ages 14 and up, and the second game is Time's Up Family Edition, a family-friendly version of the classic charades game, replacing celebrity names with everyday items like a stapler, stamps, and hairspray. It's designed for 3 or more players, ages 8 and up. Pandasaurus Games has announced Unrest, a new head-to-head game set to release in US retail on October 25th. In Unrest, 2 players take on the roles of either the Rebellion or the Empire in an asymmetric struggle for control over 5 city districts. The Rebels aim to complete missions in 3 or more districts to claim victory, while the Empire must prevent this and maintain control of 3 or more districts until the game ends. The game is designed for 2 players and plays in 10 to 20 minutes. Repos Production has revealed Waterfall Park, a new edition of the board game Chinatown, set for release into retail on October 6th. Waterfall Park is designed for 3 to 5 players ages 10 and up and plays in approximately 45 minutes. In this negotiation game, players aim to trade and exchange attractions to build the biggest and best amusement park in the world. The new version is shorter to play, encourages player interaction, and is family-friendly. Unexpected Games is set to release Double or Nothing, a new expansion for 3,000 Scoundrels, which will be available in retail stores on October 27th. This expansion follows up on the original 3,000 Scoundrels game, offering new content and gameplay elements. In Double or Nothing, the Traveler's technology has transformed Greystone Gulch, doubling the number of possible scoundrels to 6,000 with the introduction of new jobs and traits. The expansion also includes unique abilities for technologies, additional debts, mavericks, and new locations to enhance strategic gameplay. It can be played by 1 to 4 players ages 12 and up, and playable in 60 to 90 minutes. Mixlore is releasing The Nightmare Before Christmas, a tactical card game where players take on iconic character roles to collect holiday tokens over 4 rounds. The game is designed for 2 to 6 players, ages 12 and up. Stonemaier Games is set to release Apiary, a science fiction worker placement game where players control different factions of sentient species aiming to build thriving hives on Earth before hibernation occurs. The game is designed for 1 to 5 players and plays in 60 to 90 minutes. Ravensburger has made Horrified Greek Monsters, a new board game available for pre-order with a release date set for October. This installment of the Horrified series features players teaming up to battle classic mythological monsters from ancient Greece, including Medusa, Cerberus, Minotaur, Chimera, Siren, and Basilisk. The game is designed for 1 to 5 players aged 10 and up. Let's talk for a bit about what's happening on the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'll be attending a big board gaming convention next week in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm definitely looking forward to playing games in a large group again, as it's been a while for me. I don't have the ability right now to travel to the big cons like Gen Con, so these are the ones that I get to attend and play games at. I'm really excited to play more of Barcelona from Board and Dice. I filmed an unboxing on the channel for the game, and Holly and I played it 1 time so far. I do really like it and can't wait to try it with more players. Stay tuned for our full review of Barcelona. On the channel, I published a number of review videos for games such as the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, La Granja Deluxe Edition, and Dawn. Holly and I discuss what we think of these new versions, plus the newly released semi-cooperative game Dawn. Check it out. I released 2 recommendation videos since the last news video came out as part of my off-the-shelf series. I give a 2 to 3 minute recommendation and overview for games like Nidavellir and Furnace. I feel most people can enjoy these games. Lastly, for the past few weeks, I've been hosting a free game giveaway for fans of the channel. Hundreds of people gained entries to the King Sumo giveaway for a new copy of Everdell Far Shore. The winner is announced as Brian Hansen from Hyde Park, Utah. Congratulations! I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do. And thanks for tuning in to today's news update. I appreciate your support, and remember, teach when you can, but always be learning. See you next time.